Hello everyone, and welcome back to another day, another album. I know this video is coming out a little bit late because I'm recording this at 7 p.m. on the day this video is supposed to come out, but hey, what are you gonna do? RNG machine, what numbers are we talking about? Today we're going into one of my favorite albums from one of my favorite bands, Paper Mache Dream Balloon by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I've mentioned this band before several times, and their various musical stylings from pop environmentalism on Fishing for Fishies, their signature style of psych rock from albums like Nonagon Infinity, and their softer, more acoustic-oriented music on albums like today's topic, Paper Mache Dream Balloon. This album is one of their earliest releases and one of their first to be this hard of a genre shift. They found their trademark psychedelic rock foundations in albums like I'm in Your Mind Fuzz and Float Along, Fill Your Lungs. To go from long, multi-part, noisy rock to nature-centric acoustic this hard and this early in their career honestly could have ended them, but they were able to pull off the sound very well. And even before I get into the album proper, spoilers, this is one of my favorite albums, and a 10 out of 10. I do want to kind of quickly explain what a 10 is for me. 10s are albums that I like the entirety of. No instant skips, and every part serves the purpose of the album. Now, of course, this can be easily said for the likes of To Pimp a Butterfly or Lord's entire discography, but a 10 can also be an album where every song is just enjoyable to me. The emotional connection isn't as strong as something like Donda or Because the Internet, but it's still an album I love for how enjoyable it is to listen to, just how pleasant the album is, and that's where this album exists at for me. Paper Mache Dream Balloon shows KGLW nailing their entry into acoustic indie folk, and the energy of the album and the many hooks in each song really bring life to their take on the genre. The opening track, Scent, starts with an acoustic guitar lead-in to some jazzy drums and woodwinds, as they sing about modern conventions that honestly make no sense at all when you really think of them, such as paying for an expensive car when you can't afford your own fucking taxes, or driving said car while pretending to care about the environment. The environment is a very popular topic for KGLW. The song is still low-key and catchy, and a great opener and a great tone setter for this album. Bone is apparently a reflection of death, with your body decaying back into nature, but wondering what's in your head after you die. You would not be able to tell this from the song, however, with an acoustic guitar and flute soundtracking this catchy bop that sounds incredibly uplifting. The song's a fucking bop, if a little morbid or philosophical in the lyrics. Dirt is about the state of modern internet discourse, but once again, you wouldn't know it from the catchy melodies and the amazingly full instrumentation on the song. This is actually true throughout the album. Realizing that they aren't loading all these tracks full of instruments like they do on their more rock-oriented projects was kind of a surprise to me my first time listening to this album. And it gives these songs their own kind of atmosphere and environment to exist in. And it really kind of fits the narrative vibe of the album as a whole. The title track is probably the first song that actually lyrically matches its tone, a song of letting go of all of your problems. Lead singer Stu McKenzie actually said about this song and the album's title on a Reddit AMA, Paper Mache Dream Balloon is about taking troubles and turning them into something else. Smiley face. This song also picks up the pace by around the 1 minute mark, really showing that while KGLW are going a bit softer, they could still keep a low-key track full of life. The vocal performance here is so fitting, almost floating on top of the instrumental. Trapdoor gets a little more to KGLW's rock roots as they sing about how it's a trapdoor. The instrumentation here really shows out, since there's not that many lyrics outside of a short verse about a trapdoor hiding something away. It's catchy, and I think a good way to really keep the energy of the last track going. Cold Cadaver is another fucking banger with some incredibly dark lyrics comparing a bad relationship to a corpse. Once again, they use this morbid comparison to sound as upbeat as hell, especially the drum fills in the chorus, and the harmonica. Harmonicas on King Gizzard songs are my weakness, and the song is absolutely no exception. Something about adding a harmonica to King Gizzard just it blows my fucking mind. The Bitter Boogie is once again another classic boogie banger from KGLW, as any song with boogie in the title from them is a bop. And this song is a banger about mental illness. While it is another song with somewhat mismatched lyrics, it does lean a bit more into their rock roots, especially with the electric guitar riffs. I do like the imagery in the song of how people can come off bitter while they're just anxious or depressed or anything of that sort. It really makes me feel seen, in all honesty. Also, harmonica solos on the song, which means I cannot hate it. I am physically incapable of hating a Gizzard song with harmonica. NGRI is a full-on barn burner with the drums and harmonica leading into some absolutely rockin' piano keys. This absolute banger is an acronym for Not Guilty by Reason of Insanity, and god damn it, this song is about a fucking killer. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of off-putting to see how dark these lyrics are, but god damn do they dress up this macabre subject matter really well on this song and throughout the entire album. Time Equals Fate is a less morbid song about looking towards the future. The instrumentation here is some of my favorite on the album, and one of the band's guitarists actually performs this song, and the vocal and subject change here goes over really well. Time Equals $, or Time Equals Money is the sister song to Time Equals Fate, but this time it's about getting your money up. I want to shout out the Genius description someone wrote about the song. Quote, "This song is about how Stu needs to get his money up, not his funny up." I don't know how I feel about that description, but it's there. Great performances all around though. It's another good time of a track. Most of what I like is another song not actually written by the vocalist Stu, but by another guitarist of the band. This is another lower key vibe of a song, and all around it feels like a very sweet song, but luckily this song isn't about murder or some other dark shit like that. And then the closer, Paper Mache, is an instrumental closer for the album, running through a medley of the previous songs before reversing the entire album to the start. Paper Mache Dream Balloon, despite the very dark lyrics at times, is an absolute master in flow. It can sound a bit bare compared to future attempts at this sound, especially Fishing for Fishies, which almost feels like kind of a sequel to this album, but this little 30-minute acoustic album is one of my all-time, and what I see so far as King Gizzard's best album. Paper Mache Dream Balloon by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is a 10 out of 10, currently sitting at number 13 on my best albums of all time. Be sure to let me know your favorite song from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard in the comments. I'll see y'all for the next review. Peace.